Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be making pattern for a corset top. So let's dive into it. First of all, we'll mark out our basic bodies, that is our shoulder length, our armhole length, our bust point, our underbust point, half length, and then the full length for the back's illusion. So here we'll be using 4 inches for the backs. So be is also worthy enough to know that you can use more than 4 inches, practically depending on your choice. You can use more than 4, you can use 5, can use 7 depending on your choice, but for this one I don't want the back illusion to be too long. That is why I'm using 4 inches. So here I'm basically marking out the line. Basically, this is the armhole length. So at the bust point I'll be marking out my bust span, which is 4 inches. It's also worthy enough to know that bust span differs from person to person, so you make sure to measure out the nipple to nipple measurement of the person you're sewing the clothes for. So at the bust point I'm going up by half inches and then coming down by half inches. At the under bust length I will be marking out half inch on the left and half inch on the right, and then I will mark it out. So I'm actually improvising today because I forgot my pattern master at home. So I'm using my scissors. So we all learning every day. So you can actually use your scissors to curve your line. You make sure that it's not pointed, that it's curved. My body is curved, my body is not pointed. So I'm drawing the whole line down, and then after this we'll be marking out our full body measurement. Here I'll be marking out my round bust measurement. My round bust measurement is 36, so 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches, plus 1 inch for that allowance, and then 2 inches for joining allowance. So here I'm marking out 9 inches plus 1, that's 10, then plus 2 allowance for joining. So at the under bust, my under bust is 33 divided by 4 plus 1 inch for that, then 2 inches for joining allowance. So my half around waist is 30 divided by 4, that is 7.5, 1 inch for that, then 2 inches for joining allowance. So after this I'll be joining the whole markings together, and then for the back illusion, at the waist you minus 1 inches from your waist to give it that snatch look, but I'm sorry I didn't remember to mark it from the 1 inch that I minus, so but that is okay. So at the back full length I will be coming out by 2 inches. You can actually go 2.5 inches depending on your choice. So here I'm tracing out the lines, and then I'll be joining the half length to my back line. Make sure that the lines are not straight. Make sure that after marking out the line you give it a little curve so that it doesn't look straight. So here I'm marking out my chest line. I'll be using 5.5 inches. You can decide to go beyond or above depending on your choice. So here I'm using 5.5 inches. Here I'm tracing at the armhole length. I'll be minusing 1 inches from my shoulder length. So my shoulder length was 7.5 inches. I will be minus 1 inches, so it's going to be 6.5 inches. So I'm creating an entire different armhole length now. So that's basically all for the front pattern. So yeah, I'll be putting it on fast forward so the video won't be that long. So that's basically all for the front pattern. So here we are cutting the back pattern. So here I'll be coming down by 4 inches because the front side does not have a strap, so I'll be joining both the back and the front stripes together. I'll be cutting them together. That's why I came down by 4 inches. Don't worry, at the end you understand what I did. So here I'm basically marking out my bust round, my round waist. I'll be deducting, since this thing will have a lacing back, so I'll be deducting 2 inches. So we will not have zip allowance at the armhole length. I deduct one like I did at the front, so creating an entirely different armhole length. Here I'll be joining, you see what I did there, I'll be joining the upper and the front and back stripes together. So after that I'll be cutting out my panels. This will be on fast forward since it's just cutting out. For this part, for this corset, I'm actually using my mom's old jean. I'm using my mom's old jean, so I don't have any other material for this tutorial, so that's why I'm making use of my mom. I'm revamping my mom's old jean for this tutorial. So yeah, I'm basically cutting out the front, back and the front. So here I'm marking out my boning lines, marking out my boning lines. I'm curving the boning lines. So that's basically what I'm doing here. So after this I'll go to the machine, and then I'm cutting out my boning holes. So after this that's basically all for this. I used this ankara that I have in my shop since, so I make use of it to line in it. And actually it's like, a girl has to improvise now. So it's both, you can actually wear it both inside and outside depending on your choice or depending on how you're feeling. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank